What is up, everyone? How's everyone doing out there today? Welcome back to Wildcat MTG, and my excitement level is pretty high today. Why is that? Because for me today, I'm going to open up a box of Ultimate Masters, and Ultimate Masters is pretty much always a good time. There's a lot of fun stuff in it. Hopefully we see some of that today. I know there's some stuff that I really I'm hoping that I pull. It's kind of always the case though, right? And then there's a cool box topper. There's there's some good value in there, but it can also be tough sledding as well. We're going to see where this box takes us. With that being said, why don't we go and dive on in and let's crack some packs. So it should be said, the Ultimate Masters is it's not the cheapest set. As of the filming of this video, these boxes are sitting at around $430, $440. So, not inexpensive. Is a really fun set to draft. I've drafted it with friends before. And as I mentioned, there's some really good stuff in here. The most valuable card in the set is actually still a rare, because that card is Ancient Tomb. There's our box topper. We'll throw that off to the side here. And yes, I know Ancient Tomb has gotten a reprint in Edge of Eternities, but I think it's a really soft reprint. Like, I don't think it's going to genuinely impact the value of Ancient Tomb as a whole. So I'm going to throw the box topper here. We'll put it in the corner so that I hopefully remember. All right. A lot of good mythics. Very old school set. You're gonna get one foil, rare, or mythic per box. The mythics are usually like case hits, so like one in every 4 boxes. Good value at the rare slot. So Phyrexian Altar, Demonic Tutor, Ancient Tomb, Urborg, like $50, $450 rares in the set. Some good stuff at the mythic level. All right, let's dive in. Let's get into it. Mythics are probably around an average of 3 per box. Sometimes there's 2 mythic boxes, sometimes there's 4. It's usually an average of 3. Starting off with a Runed Halo, Rudy's X. And I should say, we are approaching the 4,000 subscriber mark. So if you are tuning in for the first time and you find yourself enjoying the video, do me a favor. Hit the old subscribe button. Help us get to 4,000. All right. Come on, come on. Rare is Rhea Dawnbringer. I think Rhea is a few bucks. I think she's above $3. I will put Rhea at the top. There are some. It's worth noting. There's some solid uncommons in the set. A lot of good playables. At the common level, it's kind of like, as far as like value is concerned, Kodama's Reach. But at the uncommon level, there are some good things in there. So Pyretic Ritual. Some other Anger, Buried Alive, I think. Okay. Emancipation Angel. Rare is Thespian's Stage. Solid rare, not obviously a good combo piece. In fact, Dark Depths is in the set. So if you draft this, you could potentially live the dream by having a Thespian Stage and Dark Depths in your draft. Mana Vault is in here. I would not mind pulling a Mana Vault today. All is Dust. I think All is Dust is, I think it's above $3. I will put that up there as one of those value rares. All is Dust seems like it's probably like between 3 and 5. Okay. No mythics yet. Obviously, a lot of this, what I will say is, for as much as I've talked about some of the most valuable cards, a lot of the value does hinge on the box toppers. Mythic, Lord of Extinction. Our first mythic of the box is Lord of Extinction. I think Extinction's like 6 to 7. It's not like a dud mythic. It's not one of your upper tier mythics, obviously. It's fine. As I mentioned, a lot of your box value is tied to the box toppers. The box toppers range from anywhere on the low and to just a few bucks. If you pull one of the wrong box toppers, to the very tip top is Ancient Tomb, which is I think like 200, and then right below that I think is Urborg is like 175, and then there's things like Demonic Tutor and Reanimate as box toppers that are also pretty valuable. So that's kind of what we're aiming for. Gamble, neat. I think Gamble's around 6 to 7. I will put that up top. There is, like I said, there's a lot of good, solid value at the rare level, as there should be with a product like this that is Again, not inexpensive, but it's one of the things I enjoy about Ultimate Masters is like it's not mythic or bust, especially when the most valuable card is actually a rare. You get a lot more shots at that, right? Okay. Gadog Teague. I don't mind Gadog. Not a valuable card, but hey, Laboratory Maniac. There's a solid uncommon. Just a good win con. One of those win the games, right? Always tends to be a few bucks. All right, we are into the second column now. Should have mentioned that. Motoring right along. We've got a little bit of, we got some good rares going for us, and one mythic. All right, Prey Upon. Rare is Glen Elendra Archmage. I think Glen Elendra is like an $8 to $9 card, so that is also very nice. Vengeful Rebirth, Brawn, Living Lure. Good old Frantic Search at common. Fire and Ice at common. Gurmag Angler. Pretty good. All right. Not bad. Again, don't mind that. A lot of $3 to $8 rares. Phyrexian Tower is also a rare, right? And that obviously just got reprinted in MH3, so it took a little bit of a hit, but certainly a rare that you don't mind pulling. Mere Servitor. Nourishing Shoal. Young Peasy. Reviving Vapors. Chainer's Edict. And that will do it there. All right. Come on, Ancient Tomb. Golgari Brown Scale. Asking you shall receive. Let's go. Let's go. I think Ancient Tomb, as of the filming, I think it's still sitting like 105 to 110. That is a really, really good hit. So that it is the best hit that you can hope for in the set, beyond the box toppers. So that is phenomenal. Outstanding with the Ancient Tomb pull. You love to see it. That's why we do this. That's why we do this. Very cool. Well, the good news is that like takes a lot of pressure off the box as far as like I'm just gonna sleeve that now. I want to be sleeving it afterwards, but you know, now it kind of is like, okay, even if the box doesn't get all the way there, like I can walk away from the box feeling pretty awesome about it. So really, really happy with that for a lot of reasons. That is definitely a card I wanted to see. I need additional copies for myself. So working towards my playset. Ooh, a mythic. Micaeus. We have a second mythic of the box. Micaeus. It used to be like Micaeus used to be like super valuable, like $20 plus dollars. After Commander Masters was a huge reprint. It's still kind of creeping its way back. Like it's not a nothing burger. I'm gonna say Micaeus is in like the $10 range. I might be wrong about that, but that's okay. Hey, Anger. As far as like our two mythics that we've pulled so far, yay for two mythics. Neither one of them total duds. Like you can certainly do worse. And again, Ancient Tomb being a huge hit there, that helps us a lot. Plus, there's like again a ton of other really good rares in this set. So the thing is you don't have to connect on the mythics for the box to still be rewarding. All right, and we still have a foil, rare, or mythic at large as well. Rare is Creeping Tar Pit. Songs of the Damned. That's a solid uncommon. I think has some value if you pull it in foil as well. Little Treasure Cruise. Very pumped about that Ancient Tomb. Huge. Love to see it. Okay, we have 3 packs left in this middle column. We are at 2 mythics already. Love to see at least one more, if not 2 more. Hey, foil Faithless Looting. That's kind of cool. Rare. Yeah, now we're cooking. Now we are cooking. Demonic Toots, D-Toots is right around 50, I think. Again, I think Urborg, Phyrexian, Alter, and Demonic Toot are all kind of run in the relative price range, or all at that like 45 to 55. I think Tutor's right in the middle around 50. So that is absolutely awesome. And again, like that's a card that is just printed at Mythic now. So the fact that you have a set where it's at rarity, it's at rare printing or rare rare rarity is one more reason to really like this set. Cool. I mean, two of the most valuable card in the set, and one of the other two, and two of the top 4 value rares in general. We're in pretty good shape overall. All right, 2 packs left in this middle column. Feeling quite good. Entomb. I don't dislike Entomb at all. And for most of you that know me, I'm a huge fan of Reanimator. So Entomb was like at one point a $30 card. It gets reprinted in Dominaria Remastered. Dominaria? Yeah, Dominaria Remastered. Drops down to like the 6-7 range and is kind of creeping its way back up now because it's been a couple of years, and I think this is up to 14 or 15 again. So there's another example of one of those really good rares. Buried Alive, yes please. Even though Buried Alive was reprinted as an uncommon in, MH3? All right, last pack of the middle column. This middle column brought all the heat. Just oodles of it. Here we go. Mad Prophet. And a rare of Fauna Shaman. I think Fauna Shaman is actually a few bucks. I think it's like a $3 or $4 card. I'll put it up top. Okay. We head into the last column, and we still, of course, do have our box topper. But we're feeling pretty good. We have a few $3 to $5 rares. We have some rares that are like 6 to 14, and then we have the huge hits with Ancient Tomb and Demonic Tutor, and we're sitting on a couple of not bummer mythics as well. All right, last column. Let's keep it moving. Ultimate Masters doing its thing. Grave Strength, foil uncommon. Rare is Sovereigns of Lost Alara. Unstable Mutation, Dacmore Salvage, Stinger Fling. Hooting Mandrills. Okay. Again, I will not complain no matter what the box ends up being at this point because of the Tomb and the Tutor just adds flavor. But with this many packs left, hopeful that we can at least get 1 or 2 more solid hits. Foil Common, Verdant Eidolon. Rare is Dig Through Time. Desperate Ritual. Desperate Ritual. That's the card I was thinking of, not Pyretic. Desperate Ritual. It's a couple of bucks as an uncommon, and then the foil version I think is like $8 or $9. All right, we got a few more shots at this by a few. I think we have like 6 or 7 packs. And again, still at large is either a foil rare or mythic. Rare is Seismic Assault. Slippery Bogle, neat. Again, solid playable uncommon, has its own archetype. Faithless Lootings. 6 packs counting the one in my hand. And of course our box topper. I will say, box toppers for me, I've done really, really well for patrons in general. Box toppers for me, on the other hand, haven't been amazing. So I don't know. I guess you could say, oh, Celestial Colonnade. All right, no more Manlands. Maybe you could say it can only go up from here, or you could say the expectation has been set. Okay. I'd like to see at least 1 more mythic. 2 mythic boxes don't feel great. Foil rare is, oh, Noble Hierarch, Pam. Cool. All right. Actually, again, for a product that yields, again, 1 foil rare per box on average, sometimes you get a second. And again, the mythics are even harder to come by. So these actually do usually have a nice little premium. Noble Hierarch's been reprinted a bunch, so maybe not as prevalent. But as far as foil rares are concerned, I actually don't mind this at all. For me, Noble Hierarch is like just one of those timeless cards. I do love it. And after that, we've got Squee Goblin Nabab. Solid hit from the foil rare. You could do a lot worse than Hierarch. I think the regular Hierarch is between 6 and 8. And again, I don't know that one would have as much of a premium on the foil, but who knows? Can't remember offhand. All right, 4 packs left, counting the one in my hand. Can we get 1 more mythic out of this box? Foil Brawn. Rare is Engineered Explosives. Cool. Engineered, not a particularly valuable card at this stage. It used to be mega played. Not as much anymore, but for me, maybe it's just that memory that of it being like pretty valuable and also just being a big staple. It might only be a few bucks, but to me, it's one of those cards where I always excited about pulling it. Okay. 3 packs left. Nanobot, Spaghetti Monster, Double Cleave. It is a mythic. It's Vengevine. Cool. Okay. I don't mind Vengevine. Again, doesn't look like we're gonna get one of those upper tier mythics like a Cavern of Souls or any of the Spaghetti Monsters or Mana Vault or but that's okay. 3, I'll call them mid tier mythics with Vengevine included. And actually, I don't own any Vengevines, and it's one of those cards where I'm like, I kind of should want a playset of these. Like, it's always a deck that I really like, so I don't mind pulling that. And I think Vengevine, probably wrong about this. I'm gonna say like 14. It could be in like the 10 to 11. 2 packs left. All right. Phyrexian Tower. Maybe a Urborg. Maybe a Containment Priest. I've opened up lots of Time Spiral Remastered. Another Buried Alive. So I have lots of Containment Priests. This is a time shifted card. Last pack before we move on to the topper. A successful box overall. Again, we pull Ancient Tomb and Demotic Tutor. We feel very, very good about that. But is there any juice left in this box? Foil uncommon is Magma. And final rare is Fulminator Mage. I can't remember if this card is above 3 or not. I don't think so, but I'm going to put it up top anyway. I remember, I have a price memory of Fulminator Mage being like a $25 card at one point. Tell me you're old without telling me you're old. That's what that was. Okay, well, it is box topper time. All right. Here we go. Come on. Be decent. Be decent. It is. Wah, 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 wah. And Tassiger, the Golden Fang. Tassiger is not gonna be one of your more sought after box toppers, unfortunately. This box is gonna end up falling a little short even with the Ancient Tomb. But as I mentioned already, if I pull Ancient Tomb and Demotic Tutor, I still feel solid about the box. It's a shame about Tassiger. Man, if this is just a little bit better, this box would have been phenomenal. But all right, well, them's the breaks. 3 mythic box. Again, let's call them mid-tier mythics. The biggest hit in the set, though, when you get a $100+ Ancient Tomb and a $50+ Demonic Tutor, plus all the other stuff in here, it's hard to feel bad for me, right? That's kind of where we're at. But again, Ultimate Masters, this is one of those sets I like to come back to as often as I can. It's not an easy journey back because they're not inexpensive boxes, but it does have a lot to offer, and you can hit from a lot of levels. You can have a pretty medium box or pretty bad box, and if you hit on the right topper, you're in good shape. You can have a really solid box. Sometimes you miss on the topper, and every once in a while you have those ever elusive boxes where you hit on all cylinders, where you pull an Ancient Tomb and you hit on the topper, and you have a foil mythic, and those are the ones you really chase and you remember. So anyways, that's going to do it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, do me a favor. If you're not subscribed already, hit the subscribe button for me. Hit the like button for me. By all means, drop me some comments. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much, everybody, and be well.